Here we go, heading out of the Santa Barbara Harbor. We're doing about 6.5 knots. Should take us about 5 hours. About an hour in now, we're still cruising at about 5.5 knots. We had the head sail up, the Genoa, for a little bit, but the wind wasn't steady enough. It kept blowing back and forth, so we just have the rear sail up right now. Waiting for some more wind, and then we're gonna try putting the Genoa back up. We just raised the head sail back up. We're cruising at about 6.5 knots right now. What do you think, Morgan?
Pretty awesome. Pretty epic.
That shit great. That shit great. That shit great. She said, baby, we get married at the
Well, we're about, how long has it been, you think? 5 hours now? 4 or 5 hours? About 4 hours in. 3 or 4 hours in, we can see land finally, where we're gonna go into the harbor. Still no wind. We're finally picking up a little bit of a swell, but not too bad. Probably only 3 or 4 foot, but they're super spread out. It's going good. Muy bueno. This is our only sail up right now because not enough wind to use the other sails right now. We finally got some steadier wind. We got the head sail back up. We just hit our record speed of 8.3 knots, which was pretty gnarly. We're cruising around 7.2 average now. We're about 5 miles offshore from the harbor, so about another 45 minutes and we should be there. We got all sails deployed now. We're doing 4.5 knots about. The motor's still running because we're scared to turn it off, but it's in idle. So we're sail power only right now, going 4 knots. Well, we finally got brave enough to cut the motor and we're doing about 4.5 knots. All 3 sails up. We're sailing right now. It's quiet as a clam out here. Just the sound of the water. This is crazy.
Honestly, more peaceful.
Way more peaceful without the motor running. Alright, I messed with the trim of the sails and we're averaging almost 5 knots now on only sail power. It's much more peaceful out here without the rumbling motor going. We got a huge swell now too. I don't know if you guys can see. You probably can't see it on camera, but that's like a mountain coming at us right there. That's probably, what do you think that is? Probably like 6 foot, 5 foot. 5 or 6 foot swell probably. Alright, so we just did a jibe, which is one of the hardest sailing maneuvers. Basically, all of our sails switched from over here to that side. And we succeeded. We didn't break anything or kill anybody. We're going to drop the sails now and pull into the harbor. We made it, Morgan. Well, we made it into Oxnard. We're pulling in right now. Then we got to clean up our sail mess and get some dinner. We cleaned up our mess of sails. It's all tidy again now. Oxnard's got some pretty good sunsets, I guess. There's no one else here. We haven't seen anybody else on the dock. Just us. Morgan, what did you think about your first day of sailing? Pretty epic. Day 2, we're heading out of Oxnard. We got about a 50-mile sail down to Marina del Rey, where we're going to stay for tonight. It's probably going to be about 8 or 9 hours to get there, depending on how fast we can go. There's a little bit of fog still in the morning. No wind right now. Hopefully the wind picks up a little bit later so we can put the sails up and get some more speed. Oh, some dolphins over there. couple hours in now. We got a tiny bit of wind, so we got the head sail and the rear sail up just to give us a little more stabilization in the swell, because the swell's coming from behind us, so it's getting pretty rocky. And we're going by the mountains now, so that's pretty cool. We have something to look at. Also, Morgan luckily noticed that the oil pressure was low, so we had to shut the motor off and refill the oil, and the pressure's back up now, so hopefully we're looking good. Well, we're dead in the water. The engine is leaking oil like crazy, so we can't use it. We're trying to sail, but there's no wind. The sails are just flopping back and forth. Our arrival time, we're doing about 2 knots. Our arrival time is 5 a.m. in Marina Del Rey right now. We don't know what we're gonna do yet. We're trying to figure it out. What do you think, Morgan?
Sucks.
This is pretty dumb. Alright, I tried figuring the oil leak out for about an hour. We got Morgan down there trying to figure it out now. I got the sails going. We're going a little faster now, like almost 3 knots. Arrival time 2 a.m. now in Marina Del Rey. If we don't make it before night though, the wind will probably die and then we'll be stuck. So hopefully we can make it before dark. We've been sailing for 3 or 4 hours now. We're trying to make it to that point right down there so we can anchor out on the other side of the point and hopefully not be in too rough of weather, and then we can sleep and come up with a plan for tomorrow to try to make it to Marina Del Rey. We're slowly closing in on Point Doom. Should be there in probably another hour, and we can set the anchor and try to fix the motor. Here we go, rounding Point Doom finally. Got a couple hours of daylight left to get anchored up and try fixing the engine, so hopefully we can get going in the morning again.
Kind of awkward having Elizabeth text me, okay. Say hello.
Doing what, 4.5 knots?
Yeah.
Cruising into where we're gonna try to anchor up there by that yacht. Oh, we got into the anchorage. We're tidying up the boat, and then we're gonna get to work on the engine. There's only one other boat here. Big yacht. Oh, looks like they're leaving. Never mind, we're the only boat here now. Just us all alone in this anchorage. We tore the engine apart and think we might have fixed the problem. We won't know for sure until the morning. We're just eating dinner now. Some grilled cheese and then some mac and cheese. It's about, what time is it, Morgan? 6. It's about 6 a.m. right now. We're about to start the motor up and see if there's any oil leaks, so hopefully there's not. We're about 10 miles from Marina Del Rey. We couldn't fix the engine, so we have to have a tub underneath the engine that catches the oil, then it drains into a water bottle. Then we have to empty that water bottle into the oil bucket every 20 minutes. And then here soon we're going to have to refill the engine with the oil that we've been catching from the bucket under the engine. Yeah, it's rough. Dolphin friends! Oh my god! I don't have it extended! That's crazy, dude. The whole pond is right here! Dude! Oh, there they go. Oh! He's right there!
Oh, that was a good one.
Dude! That's so sick. Right here, Morgan.
What? Dude, look at him. He's so sweet. Oh, look at him as well.
They're surfing.
Damn.
Dude, that's crazy. How's our heading? We're finally starting to round the point of Long Beach. We made it to Marina Del Rey last night, but we didn't take any more videos because we were exhausted from draining the oil every 20 minutes and driving all over here. We still have to drain the oil every 30 minutes right now because the oil leak is not fixable right now. But we're making it slowly. Virginia! Finally made it into the Long Beach Harbor. We're going past a little boat right now. A little toy boat. And a battleship.